Good afternoon, Trista.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Chuck?
I'm doing great, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to come on the QAC Team Podcast this afternoon. Let's go ahead and get started and tell the audience who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the opportunity for letting
Yeah,
me share my story.
yeah.
My name is Trista Hegnauer. I live up in Canada in the Rocky Mountains here. I am a registered nurse by trade. I've been nursing for 17 years, but in the last 5 years, I had a radical health transformation, and that kind of led me on a different path towards being an entrepreneur. Um, I kind of, with two young kids, got tired of the 9 to 5 hustle and grind culture that we all live in. And I knew that there had to be a better way to live life than to just get up and live the same day on repeat, make just enough money to pay the mortgage, and carry on, right? So I needed help with my health, and I wasn't sleeping. I was postpartum depression era. I had rashes all over my hands. I was stressed out living as a nurse in a COVID world, right? And I just saw a friend post on social media about this nutrition program that I had no idea what it was about. I had no idea what the company was. I just knew that my friend looked happy and healthy and she was recommending it, and I trusted my friend. I sent her a message. I was like, send me what you have. I don't care what it is or how much it costs. I need help. So, in doing this program, the most noticeable result for me was within the first 5 days that I started sleeping again. Like I was postpartum, not sleeping for months and months and months, and just like really scraping by. And so I started sleeping. I slept through the night after 5 days of changing the way I was eating and approaching life, I guess, which I'll get into in a minute.
Yeah.
Um, and then I did all of that, and my brain fog lifted, my depression lifted. I was able to start moving my body again. I saw the sunlight. I started losing weight, but that wasn't really the reason I was doing the program. I was like really in a funk. And then the unexpected things that happened was these rashes that I had all over my hands went away. And the
Wow.
doctors had always said, here's some cortisone cream. You're going to be using this forever. It's, contact dermatitis. You're a nurse. Just get used to it. It'll make it go away. It won't stop it from coming back. I was like, well, that's kind of a crummy answer. But in changing my diet and the way I was living my life, these rashes went away. And I was like, this light bulb went off in my brain. And I've always been interested in nutrition and healthy eating and living a tox-free life. But this spurred me into wanting to learn more. So I went back to school and got my holistic health and nutrition diploma so that I could better understand it. And what it was, I haven't even said yet, is it was a gut health program. So I love gut health and like it fascinates me. So what the gut is we have hundreds of trillions of bacteria that live in us and on us. And I feel like this is in relative terms in the medical world. It's a recent discovery. It's within the last decade or two that we've discovered these little microscopic gut bugs. But we're learning more and more about them every day, what they do for us. And we're learning more and more that each strain of bacteria has a very specific role in our health. And, there's a direct connection between your gut health and your mental health, your gut health and your skin health, your gut health and your mood, your energy, your hormonal health. So
Yeah.
women that are going through menopause, if you improve your gut health, it will improve the symptoms that you're experiencing.
Yeah.
Um, for yeah, women that aren't in menopause, it will improve period symptoms that you're having. Um, and it's just this myriad because it helps every single body system. So
Right.
it's truly fascinating.
Right. So I'm assuming that finding this out with your friend, this doctor gives you this cream, that's probably led you to my next question, which is going to be, why'd you decide to be a business owner?
Yeah, okay. So initially, I wasn't really looking to be a business owner, but I was so taken by the products that I was using, the
Yeah.
program that I followed, the stuff that I was learning, that it just ignited this fire inside me that I can help other people have these results rather than being a nurse, 9 to 5 grind in the hospital and not really fulfilling a passion.
Yeah.
So, and then also the monetary aspect. So I'm involved with a company called Arbonne. So it's a network marketing style business. And I feel like there are some, what's the word I'm looking for? People have preconceived ideas about network marketing. And I probably did too, because I was like, I don't want to do that. Like that's just selling to my friends. I want nothing to do
Sensi
with
and
that.
all the others, right?
Yeah, right. And like you gotta buy
Yeah,
all this thing, like spend all this money. Like,
right.
no. But then I just came to a point in my life where I wanted more, and we were looking to make more money because I live in Canmore. It's like a mountain ski town, and it's very expensive to live here.
Yeah,
And we were sussing out other ways of making money. And I'm like, wait a minute, like I've got this nutrition program, I've got these products that I fully believe in and fully align with the company. I'm like, why don't I just look at this compensation plan and see what it's actually all about? So after learning like how much money you can make, because the potential for income within network marketing is far larger than anything you'll ever make in a traditional job.
yeah,
All it takes is a bit of consistency and effort in sharing your passion with other
yeah,
people around you, right?
yeah,
So, yeah, that's the reason that I jumped in.
yeah. And then the next question, obviously, is, why did you choose your industry? So you can tie that together because you covered a lot in a couple of minutes. And I think, your passion
Exactly.
shows. And it's great that I can see that and our audience will see that, how you believe in this because one, you had a problem. Two, you sought out your friend who said this might help. And then now here you are with Arbonne. So tell us a little bit, about why did you choose this industry?
Because Arbonne kind of ticked all of my boxes.
Okay.
So I believe in living a toxin-free life. I don't like using products that have like a million ingredients. Um, they are a certified B Corporation. So most people don't know what that is. So basically, it means that we really care about the environment and future generations. So we balance people, the planet with profits. So we're not a profit-driven company. We actually have these very strict sustainability measures in place. So that really aligns with me and my beliefs. And the other thing is that we ban over 2,000 toxic ingredients from all of our products. So you're looking for a clean product, you're going to find it in Arbonne. If you want to find something that doesn't have any phthalates or parabens or sulfates or, any kind of carcinogenic or like red dye, whatever that the US recently just finally banned,
Me
it's
too. I was going to say that the US is finally catching up. Where, the people are waking up. These doctors are starting to wake up and see that these products are not good for us. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
job.
So like I
Yeah.
want to start this revolution that wakes
Yeah.
people up to be like, don't shop at the dollar store with these crappy products. Like
Yeah.
find something quality that's not going to be carcinogenic or endocrine disrupting or
Yeah.
anything to that effect. But just further to what like the United States, it's really scary that the FDA bans less than 20 ingredients from all of our nutrition and personal care products. Canada is marginally better with around 300 ingredients that we ban. But if you go overseas to the European Union, they ban 1,500 ingredients.
Yeah.
And then
Scary.
Arbonne, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Arbonne goes above and beyond. They ban over 2,000. So it's just like there's like over 80,000 industrial chemicals that are allowed to be used in our personal care products. So it is our job. We have to be a steward of our own health and really look at the products that we're using and putting on our skin and putting in our body because it does
Yeah.
affect our health and it affects our gut health. So,
Right. And reach out to people like you who are willing to help and share the knowledge to get people, to use these products because you're a consultant. You're going to show people how and what to use and save themselves.
yeah, exactly.
Love it. Love it. So my next question is, what are some of the challenges you faced? I know there has to be tons of them because you know, there's a lot that goes into this type of field. I know, I've had holistic coaches on before and in this field, but none with what you're doing with Arbonne. So what were some of the challenges that you had to go through to get this going?
Yeah, so I kind of already mentioned a little bit about people having a lot of preconceived ideas about network marketing, and they think,
Yeah.
yeah, the Ponzi schemes of the 80s, but it's literally nothing about that. And even just having a conversation and bringing it up to people, they're like, no, like, I don't want to be part of that. I'm like, part of what? Like, let's just have a conversation.
Right.
Like, I'm just here to help you.
Yeah.
So, like, you do face a lot of no's in the industry,
Mhm.
but you just have to, like any business owner faces a lot of no's, but I compare it to somebody at McDonald's saying, "Do you want fries with that?" And they say no. It's like, okay, it's not for them. Move on to the next person. Like you can't take it personally. And I feel like everybody that I bring on into my organization, I have to teach them that you have to have a positive mindset, you have to have a belief mindset, you have to find your people, attract your tribe, just be yourself. And you're going to hear no, and that's okay. And you just have to keep going, right? Because the people that we're
Yeah.
bringing in aren't necessarily trained business people. And we didn't go to school for business and have a degree and know exactly how to operate a full business, but it's kind of a learn as you go process. So yeah, I'd say those are the most challenging things that happen in this industry.
Yeah. I liked how you attacked it though. When you first started talking, you didn't talk about join me, come be with me. What you talked about was this is what I found out. This is what helped and worked for me. Let me help you. And I think if all businesses could operate that way, we would probably get a lot further along, right? Because we're not attacking people with, I want you to do this. I want you to do this. No, how about this will work for me. This is what I went through. Let's see if it works for you. Oh, by the way, you could join me.
Yeah. And you really just have to listen for people to complain because people love to complain. They'll say like, oh my
You
God, I'm
got
so
that right.
tired. Or like, oh my God, I hate my job so much. Or, oh, I need to lose weight or I have no energy. So like Arbonne has a solution to all of those problems. And it's just about developing a relationship with someone and helping them solve problems.
Yeah,
Network marketing can have a bad rep because of its past, but it can also be because of a bad network marketer and they don't know what they're doing and doing the best with what information they have, but it's also a learning process. So
yeah,
I am working to break down the barriers and the stigmas associated with it and just showing everyone that there is like a very successful business if you attack it in the right way.
right. So I don't want to steal your thunder. I looked at your link a little bit, your link tree, and I looked at some of your stuff there. I'd rather you talk about that. So my question, and it's off of what I talk about because I think this is really cool. So my question is, do you have a checklist for people to go through, or is there something that when you talk to somebody about finding out what they like, what they need, and also to bringing them on to work with you? There's two sides to you, just like there's two sides to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have a wellness survey that people can fill out, um, that will give me an idea of where they're at and what they specifically need help with. So I can, when we do talk face to face, I can direct my knowledge to their concerns more specifically because gut health is such a big umbrella. Um, you kind of have to narrow it down.
Mhm.
And then the business side of things. It's a bit harder. Like anybody can do this business, but it's not for everybody. So I really want people to know that if you are somebody that wants to live a big life, if you are somebody that wants to make a little bit of extra or a lot extra, if you're somebody that's willing to get a little bit uncomfortable and put yourself out there, the possibilities are limitless. Like literally, there is no glass ceiling. You can make as much money as you can in network marketing, and people do on the daily make, $25,000 a month. Like, and no question. And some people make more. A lot of people join network marketing just to make $200 a month extra to help pay for groceries because inflation is through the roof these days.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
real quick, I wanted to make, I just thought about this when you were talking about it. And this is what turns me off with network marketing is the markets get saturated, right? With there's only so many people that can be a member because you're trying to sell to people. And my brain always goes, well, there's all these people that are, you're trying to bring me in. So how am I going to sell to people who are already a consultant, right? How saturated is the market with this, right? Is it really saturated or is there really a huge drive to, there's a lot of people that can do this?
So Arbonne's market saturation is, I only know the Canadian statistic. I don't know the American one, but it's 3%. And
Wow.
the people that I talk to, most people are like, I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Other people are like, yeah, like maybe my cousin used to sell it, but I don't know much about it. Or I use it already and I love it. And so,
Wow.
yeah, the market saturation is not big. There's tons of potential out there. And there are also a lot of network marketing companies out there, but they're not created equally. And I love Arbonne's because there is no, like, you got to spend $1,000 to sign up and get this big package. There is no, you have to spend $300 a month to stay active. There is
Stay
no, like,
active. Yeah. That's a whole other
yeah.
thing. I was going to mention that, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And there are some companies that do have that. So you do have to do your research and look into the compensation plans.
Yeah.
But Arbonne's is not. It's a $65 sign up fee. And then you get your website given to you. You get your back end office given to you where they track all of your orders, all of your taxes, all of your T4 slips. It's literally a turnkey business. So once you pay, you're ready to go. You're ready to hit the floor running. You sell something, you get commission paid next Tuesday. And then if you have people that you've brought onto your team, you get that override, like I call it a leadership pay, because you are teaching and training them how to do the job. And that's
Right.
Arbonne's way of saying thank you, is just giving you an extra commission based on what they sell. So that's where the big money comes in, is like, I mean, think about it. If you have 100 people on your team, each selling $1,000 worth of product, that's $100,000 that you're getting commission off of. So
Yeah.
you still have your own personal business. You'll always have that, but you also
Yeah.
build your team at the same time. And the beautiful thing about this is that it creates a community of women that support each other. Because if I bring Sally onto my team, I am going to do everything in my power to support Sally and to rise her up and to give her the training she needs to be successful and teach her the mindset that she needs to be successful, because I want her to be successful. Because
Right.
when she does well, I do well. And when
It's a
I do
product
well,
of you. Yeah.
yeah. And when I do well,
Yeah.
my mentor does well. So,
Yep.
and the women, you think about it when you go to work. Well, as a nurse, personally, let's talk about nursing. At my 10-year anniversary of nursing, I got a coffee mug. Here you go.
Right. Here's a
Uh,
keychain.
thanks. I
Right.
guess 10 years.
Right. Thanks for
But
my
in
hard work. Yeah.
Yeah. In Arbonne, I got more like gifts in the mail because it was during COVID times, more gifts in the mail than I got in my 15-year nursing career. So, jewelry, books, bags, gift cards, just people loving on you hard because you're doing well, and in return they're doing well. So they're like, keep doing what you're doing. We love having you around. And
Right.
I do the same thing
Absolutely.
for the women on my team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. So what are the expectations for you and your business the next year or two?
Well, my my family and I are picking up and we're moving to Switzerland for a year, which I know it's a very, very exciting time for us, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to stepping away from nursing for a year
Good
and
for
just
you.
yeah, all my attention on my business. And
Yeah.
I mean, I still have growth in my business to be able to support my family financially, but I'm going to have the time and energy to work on that. So, if anybody's listening to this and the tick the boxes of I'm looking for a bigger, better life, please get in touch with me. I would love to share our compensation plan. Yeah. And let you know
What's the
how
age
you,
limit on this?
sorry.
What's the age limit on this? Does it have to be
So
18?
you have to be 18 plus, and you have
18
to
plus.
live in Canada, USA, United Kingdom, Poland, Australia, or New Zealand. So those are
So
the
you're going to
six.
Switzerland. You're going to break it open in Switzerland. I see where you're going with this.
So I'll still be a Canadian resident, even though I live in Switzerland, and I'll be making, this is the disappointing part, I'll be making the Canadian dollar and spending it in Swiss francs.
Right.
I'll have to
Oh
work
no.
twice as hard.
Right. You're going to twice as hard. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
But
So
that
how
is
does
the beautiful thing is that you do have
yeah.
location freedom, right? So you can live anywhere in the world
Yeah.
and still have this online business.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to talk to you offline a little bit about this because there's some I think we can tie some stuff together here. I kind of like where your thought processes are going. And I could use some of your thoughts on
Sure,
because
yeah.
I have some goals as well. I like your thought process. I'm glad
Okay.
I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Good. I'm
So
happy to chat.
yeah, so how does our audience contact you and reach out to you and try to join you?
So my Instagram handle is at Trista Hegnauer. I'm also on Facebook, although I don't use it all that much. You can reach me at my email is tristaturgeon@gmail.com, which I'll have to write that out for you. And then my website for Arbonne is tristahegnauer.arbonne.com. So that's kind of
Very simple.
that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very simple. Awesome. This has been exciting. I'm glad you came on and did the interview, share this story with my wonderful audience, and this has been great.
Awesome. I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear more about your story because that's fascinating. Going to a year in Switzerland. Wow.
Yeah, we'll have to do another interview in about like 6 or 7 months when I'm there.
When you're there, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely. And you could do it from your phone, so you can be out and we can see the wonderful land and
Yeah,
everything that's in the
absolutely.
background. Yeah, would love it because that's my goal. See, I don't want to have a background like this. My background is going to start to be every state in the country.
I love
That's my goal.
it.
That's my goal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Trista, thanks for coming on and sharing your story. It's been wonderful talking to you. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Take care.
Take care.
You've been listening to the QAC Team Podcast with your host, Charles Luttrell. Connect with us on the web at QACteam.com, TikTok at QAC Team, Facebook and Instagram at QAC.team. Thanks for your support.